Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, please email us, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. Today, we discuss a model launched in 2019 but subsequently upgraded with a new movement. So this is the latest variant of the Patek Philippe Aquanaut, reference 5168G-010. This is my kind of Aquanaut. Now, I love the white gold, I love the green, I love the strap and the color of the strap, and it fits quite nicely. 42.2 millimeters in diameter. It's pretty slim at 8.5 millimeters thick, and you can see that in profile. It is broad across the wrist at 50 millimeters, and it has a 22 millimeter spacing between the lugs. Now, because of the way the strap conforms to the case, it hugs the case, there's a little bit of stiffness here. You see how the strap won't pull vertically down out of the lug? Well, that's going to fight you a little bit, and that does create some fit considerations when you're putting this on your wrist. I would say if your wrist is my size or larger, game on. So if you got a 16 centimeter circumference wrist, the lugs are not going to protrude beyond the end of your wrist. It's not going to look too big for you. You can see over the top, which does exaggerate the width of a watch. The lugs are inboard the edge of my wrist. And then in profile, super slim with a sloped bezel. It slides easily underneath the cuff. The strap, of course, is designed to be cut to length. And the strap has been a defining feature of the Aquanaut since the original model in 1997. Now, it's true Aquanaut models with bracelets have existed, but this is sort of the organic interpretation of the watch, how it was designed and how I believe it is designed and intended to be enjoyed. I also find that it's a stripped down, more casual look than a Nautilus. And you can see how the geosphere design of the dial is echoed in the grenade-like segmentation of this military olive green strap. Now, on the underside, you have a lot of different segments that are pre-scored for cutting, so you're going to get exactly the right size. And we will cut this to size and guarantee fit before we send it to you. The clasp is a nice piece. Clasps on Patek sports watches have been upgraded generally over the last few years. And this one is a double folding clasp. It's gray gold, just like the watch. You can see internally, it features little elements of the Calatrava cross. You can see the logo of the manufacturer. Little elements of that inside the clasp chassis. Double folding. When it closes, you have a Calatrava cross outside. Twin trigger release. You have to press both of them to open it up, so it's not going to pop open inadvertently. The case is less complex than a Nautilus, though today, both models, the 5811 and the 5168, are three-piece cases, which mean we have distinct bezel, mid-case, and then case-back assemblies. Now, this is a screwed-in case-back with a screw-down crown. Once upon a time, when this watch was launched, it was called 120 meters water-resistant. It was called that until last year when Patek described all of its watches as true 30 meters, which means presumably you could take them down to roughly 100 feet below the surface and not worry about water intrusion. That does not mean they're all constructed the same. This is still one of the most water-resistant Patek watches, and what was true in 2019 regarding water resistance is true today on this model. Gray gold. What is it? I mentioned it before. It's a homogeneous white gold alloy that is white all the way through, never needs to be plated with anything, no rhodium, no platinum family metals, and then if it's scratched, it's the same color underneath, so it doesn't show up as obviously. Gray gold is the good stuff. Rolex, Grubel, De Bethune, Patek Philippe, Jaeger-LeCoultre, every top brand uses gray gold, with the exception of Audemars Piguet, which still rhodium plates its gold. Anyway, this is an Aquanaut, which means it has some visual allegiance to the Nautilus and a family resemblance, but it's still very much its own thing. You see the bezel is faceted, but they're rolled, softened facets. I will say that like the Nautilus, the outer bezel, inner bezel, dial, and sapphire all have the same shape, which is distinct from a Royal Oak, where the outer bezel is elaborately shaped, but then the inner bezel, crystal, and dial are all round. We have the same matte green design on the dial, which is more obviously cut to represent the contours of the Earth. If you want to think of latitude and longitude, these are like the parallels and the meridians. This is designed to be a world traveler's sports watch. Hands as well as indices are white gold, so they won't tarnish or oxidize over time. And then we have plenty of luminescence. You can see both the numerals and the indices outboard of them are lumed, so there's plenty of lume. This is dusk till dawn luminescence. The watch features a movement that debuted originally in 2019, which was the year this model arrived, but this model didn't get the caliber 26-330 SC until relatively recently. So what's different about this compared to the old 324, first and foremost, hacking seconds. So it has that now. Otherwise, there are some differences in the winding train and the bridges, but they're not huge evolutions. Of course, every Patek Philippe, in addition to the new water resistance rating system, is now guaranteed to run no worse than -2 + 1 second from the factory, so these are very accurate movements. So what are we dealing with technically? Well, we have unidirectional winding, a 45-hour power reserve, a 4 Hz beat rate. We have a free-sprung Gyromax style balance, a single barrel, a anti-magnetic Spiromax silicone hairspring, now I believe at least in its 3rd generation. Spiromax is more than just an anti-magnetic silicone hairspring. Its profiling is designed to allow it to breathe concentrically like an overcoil, but with the shock resistance and thinner profile of a flat hairspring. It's also resistant to temperature-induced timing deviation. The Gyromax-style free-sprung balance means all the timing adjustments are done using variable inertia eccentric screws on the balance rim. It's a long-time Patek Philippe mechanical engineering tradition that makes the watch both easier to adjust precisely and more shock-resistant. Otherwise, it's a combination of mechanical and manual finishing, and perhaps the best example of that would be something like the Calatrava cross on the rotor, which is self-evidently applied by a mechanical process that's drilled in by a machine. But if you look at the bevels, you can see they're probably started, almost certainly started by a machine, but then finished by hand because they're rounded and mirrored. And if you take this for granted, keep in mind Audemars Piguet bevels aren't nearly this nice on their mainstream watches. This is probably finished off with a rounded mirrored shine using some sort of a drill bit tipped with felt or some corresponding soft material. We also have circular stripes on the rotor, linear stripes or Côte de Genève on the bridges. We have locating pegs that are used to locate bridges on plates, and those are polished on the top. All screw heads polished with chamfered slots in circumference for refinement. Satination on the wheels, and then you can see we have engine turning both small, medium, and large, 3 different types of perlage. There's snailing on the edge of the rotor here. It is quite nicely decorated. It's not a big movement, but it is a distinguished one. And these are known as very good timekeepers. Of course, in addition to hacking seconds, which we have right here, we also have a quick set date, which I wouldn't demonstrate without making sure the watch isn't in its date change danger zone. But that really is something for those of us who grew up on 315s and 324s to see true hacking seconds on a Patek automatic. And then you can see the quick set system for the date. So there is a lot to love here. If you love this watch enough to make it yours, reach out to us. Team Mosso is me, Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.